We're gonna do a month of Hinge. What a shady business practice. The most common way to meet people nowadays is through dating apps. And I've used Tinder since it came out, and I've had a few relationships from people I've met off of it and countless number of dates. But even though Tinder was the original swipe and match, we've had many other dating apps come throughout the years. You have Bumble, now we have Hinge. And I've heard from some friends and I read online that it pretty much paywalls the people who it thinks are your type. And I've never paid for Hinge before, although I have noticed that it's standouts, which are people it thinks are your type. The people in my standouts list, I would say are my type, except to match with them, you have to send them a rose. I don't know who came up with that unless they're like a Bachelor watcher. To get roses, you do have to pay. And I've noticed the people that are in my standouts who I think are my type, it doesn't show me those people because I'm only on the free version. So I'm gonna try a month of Hinge Premium. However, my goal actually is just to see, are there people blocked from me by a paywall? And then if I pay, do they show up for me? Am I allowed to then like with them? And I'll be able to do that without incorporating, actually matching with people, or like, do they, are we compatible? All that kind of stuff. Because that goes in the realm of more of the unknown. It's not something you can really test and all that kind of stuff, whether you have chemistry with people. Okay, so let's sign up for premium. Oh, look, subscribers go on twice as many dates. Is that like a guarantee? A scientific study? No? Who knows? So they have Hinge Plus and then Hinge X. I thought it was called Premium. I guess it's called Hinge X. So let's see. Plus you get unlimited likes. Oh, so you basically get filters when you do this. Okay. But you do not get access to enhanced recommendations. So this is the part where I was saying I think it paywalls people that it thinks are your type. And so you have to pay to get these enhanced recommendations, i.e. people that are your type, that it's learned who are your type from before. So if you pay, it's also gonna recommend you more to people. Priority likes, your likes stay at the top of their list. The difference is for Hinge Plus is $14.99 a month, and for Hinge X it's $29.99 a month. So here we go. It is February 16th. We are a few days after Valentine's Day. We're gonna do a month of Hinge. It said starting at $29.99 a month, which is, I thought, what the price was, until you click on it, and then it's not. If you want just 1 month, $60. If you pay for 3 months, you get it for $39.99, and if you pay for 6 months, you get it for $29.99. What a shady business practice. So I don't know if you know this about me. I'm very frugal. My initial reaction is I'm not paying $60 for Hinge Premium, or for Hinge X. We're gonna do 1 month. 1 month of Hinge X. Check it out. Enhanced recommendations, access to people more your type. Skip the line, get recommended sooner. Okay. And we will see how this goes.
4 to 6 weeks later.
I'm engaged now. Just kidding. Okay, so we're 30 days later. How did my experience with Hinge Premium go? Well, I can 100% say that Hinge is definitely paywalling who it thinks your most compatible matches are behind a paywall. Once I paid for Hinge Premium, I suddenly saw profiles I had never seen before. There were a couple that I've seen in my standouts, who it thinks are your most compatible, and it's trying to make you spend money to send a rose to them. So I saw a few of those profiles that I'd seen in standouts, but there were also tons of guys who I will say were mostly my type that I had never seen before on Hinge. If you want to talk about statistics and some other data, over those 30 days, I had 4 matches, and one of them turned into a date who just happened to be an hour late, but that's a whole other topic, really. I'm not basing anything off of those number of matches. Like I said, this was just a test to see if Hinge was paywalling people who it thought were my most compatible, which is, yes, like that's the only thing I can really test. Whether I have matches, the number of dates, that's all kind of sort of out of my control. So this was my test, which I felt was very contained. What I found most interesting though was literally the second my Hinge Premium was up for the month, I got flooded with likes. My theory here is that during my 30-day subscription, it was showing my profile to my most compatible, the people the algorithm thought were my type. And then once my subscription ended, it put me back in the general queue. And I don't know whether it thought I'm new or what, but yeah, suddenly I got over 70 likes within 24 hours, which has never happened in the history of me having this app. That was unexpected, but also not very helpful. I'm not 100% sure what's going on in the back end, but that was kind of, like I said, the most interesting thing that happened over the 30 days. So my very unscientific final verdict is Hinge Premium is not worth $60, at least for me and my current situation. Sure, it shows you more of your most compatible, but that is no guarantee that you'll match or go on a date with them. If $60 a month isn't a deal breaker for you and you want access to more of your most compatible matches, then go right ahead. But for me, $60 is a good amount of money, and I just don't have that laying around, and I don't need another recurring expense right now. I mean, I already am paying for streaming services. That way I can watch Drag Race and Picard and other things. So, I mean, you know, priorities. Now, I know what you might be saying. Scott, I bet your profile sucks and that's why you didn't get more matches. I did update my profile before I subscribed to Hinge Premium, and with the amount of likes I got since my subscription ended, I'm gonna assume I have at least an okay profile. I definitely feel that it represents me and who I am right now and what I'm looking for. That's all I can really do, I think. All that being said, if you happen to be an app engineer or a social media product manager or anyone who's involved with dating apps and you'd be open to answering a few questions, please let me know. I'd like to know more about these algorithms. And this also makes me really wonder, what is the future of dating and dating apps? With AI becoming a bigger thing now, I just feel there has to be a way of matching potential people together who would be compatible. There has to be a better way than swiping left and right. There just has to be. Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more content in the future, and leave a comment if you've used Hinge Premium or any of the other premium services on dating apps and what your experience was with it. Were you successful? Is that how you found your partner? Or do you have any ideas of where we could go from here? I'd love to find out what you think. Remember, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you soon.